back. As you exhale, rounding the spine into cat position, tucking the chin lightly, pressing through the palms to access the stretch between the shoulder blades. And then repeating, so just lengthening forwards on the inhalation, so there's no rush at all. Opening up the chest, relaxing the shoulders, and as you exhale, rounding in that spine. Really empty out all the breath as you draw the navel in. Let's do one more. Inhaling, lengthening forwards. And as you exhale, rounding in that back. Big stretch now as you press through the palms. Chin to chest, tailbone in and under. Inhaling, neutral spine position. And then just creep the hips back towards your heels as you maintain the stretch of the front body, reaching the fingertips all the way out. Taking the forehead maybe down onto the floor. Let's make this quite active. So spreading through the fingertips. Middle fingers pointing straight ahead, and then imagine you're going to grip slightly with the very tip of your thumb, tip of the little finger, and then keep melting the hips back and down, almost like you could imagine you're glued towards those sit bones. I'm going to take one more deep breath here. And on that exhalation, navel to spine, shift the weight forwards again, tucking the toes under and lifting the hips up and back. Pedal out the heels. So maybe warming the toes, particularly if you're looking to transition eventually to rolling in between your chaturanga, your low plank and your upward facing dog. So to do that, just bend the knees a little and then just flip over the toes a few times, forwards and back, just warming the toes. And then to the opposite side. Lovely. And then after you've had another big deep breath, stretching through the back body in downward facing dog, let's go ahead and start to think about walking towards the front of our mat. So a gentle slow creep towards the front of the mat. Knees bent, toes spread, feet hip width apart, dangle over the leg bones. Allow the weight of the head to completely let go, completely ragdoll those shoulders. Draw your attention to the space between your shoulder blades. And just start to breathe in and out of the space, imagining tension dissolving down through the arms, into the fingers, into the earth. Take 2 more deep breaths like this, just letting go of the full weight of that head. If you need to sigh at any point or yawn, just go ahead. And then on your next deep exhalation, drawing that navel to the spine, slowly unfold the spine to an upright standing position, and let's step those feet together. A few rounds of sun salutation. So once you've found your Tadasana body, inhale, take the arms up over the head, tailbone long, and the belly is toned. Exhaling, let's bend the knees a little, just to allow that lower back to release. The hamstrings aren't going to be so grumpy. Hands to shins or down onto the floor. Taking an inhale, straightening out the leg bones a little more as you gaze forwards, arm bones straighten, shoulders are relaxed. And as you exhale, let's fold again. Good. We're going to repeat that movement now. So inhaling, hands to shins or floor, lengthening out the legs and the arm bones as you gaze forwards. Rock the weights forwards into the balls of the feet this time and elevate your heels just an inch off the mat. Now keep the weight forwards on the exhalation, soften the heels lightly and allow yourself to fold. This time taking the hands right the way down towards the floor or fingertips to the floor. Good. One more round. Inhaling, gazing forwards. Lift the heels, bringing the weight forwards into the balls of the feet. Now lift your sit bones high, straighten the legs a touch more. Exhaling, lightly landing the heels, forward bow. So the hamstrings are getting a nice little stretch there. Good. At the end of exhalation, navel to spine, plant the hands in line with the feet. We're going to step the right foot back first, left foot follows to our plank position. So press out through the heels, tailbone long. So you don't want the tailbone lifting up to the sky. You want to create a nice long open lumbar spine. Shoulders relaxed down the back, gaze just out in front of your fingertips. Breathing in, and as you exhale, let's release the knees, release the toes, chest and pelvis all the way down towards the ground. Now roll the shoulders onto the back, lifting off the floor into cobra. Now draw that belly in, lift the pubis, and exhaling, extend forwards and down. We're going to tuck the toes under. Let's lift up and back to a downward facing dog. And again, if you're still a bit tight through those calves, if it's early morning, then just make sure you pedal out those heels. If you're starting to warm up, then you could work a little harder, grounding through the base of your big toes, lifting the inner arches of your feet. broadening through the thigh bones, squeezing the outer shin bones in, and then lifting those sit bones as high as you possibly can. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Last deep breath. And then inhaling, either walking to the front of your mat or stepping the right foot between the hands first. Left foot follows. Big toes are together. Let's inhale, gaze forwards. Keep the heels on the mat this time, but just make sure the weight is predominantly forwards in the balls of the feet. Exhaling to a forward bow. We're just going to do that one. Inhaling, palms open up to the sky, lifting all the way up through the anchoring of your feet. And as you exhale, let's release those arms right the way back down by our sides. Take a resting breath. Find that Tadasana body. So drawing the belly in, drawing up through the tubes of the bones all the way up into that heart space. Broad collarbones, reach through the fingers. Inhaling next round, reaching up. Exhaling, taking a bow. Inhaling, let's gaze forwards, opening up the chest, lengthening out the backs of the body. And as you exhale, bend the knees. Now you could either step the left foot back first or hop your feet to a high plank position. Breathe in to firm the body, tailbone stays long. As you shift on an exhalation, either down to the floor with the knees, chest and pelvis, or to half press. Now inhale, roll or step over the toes, lifting into upward facing dog. Lift the pubis, relax the shoulders. And as you exhale, let's hoist the hips up and back, moving from the core as we transition to a downward facing dog. Take another couple of deep full breaths, lifting through the fronts of the legs, particularly through the fronts of the thighs, like you're trying to lift the kneecaps up. And then once those sit bones are lifted up to the sky, can you broaden the thighs and then allow the heels to melt down towards the earth. Spreading through the fingers, middle fingers pointing straight forwards and grounding through the base of the index finger and base of your thumb. One more deep breath. And then inhaling, navel to spine, stuck in that left foot between the hands or walking to the front of the mat. Big toes are together, inhaling, lengthening out the spine. And as you exhale, take a bow. On your next in-breath, turning the palms to the sky, lifting all the way through and up. And as you exhale, releasing the hands back down by your sides. Inhaling, so you can either stay with this sequence or we can advance it a little bit, okay? So as you exhale, taking a forward bow. Inhaling, gazing forwards. Now you could either step back into high plank and lower down slowly, or plant the hands down, hug the belly in, and skip the feet back into chaturanga low plank. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Lovely. Taking a few rounds of breath here. Remember those micro adjustments in your posture. In your Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog pose. So just like we broaden the thighs, can you broaden the upper arm bones? And then just like we squeeze the outer shin bones in, can you squeeze your forearms together? Ground through the base of the big toes, ground through the base of your index fingers. Now lift the sit bones high, lift the shoulders high. One more breath. On your next inhale, navel to spine, we're going to hop or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthening out, and as you exhale, take a bow. On your next inhalation, palms to the sky, lifting all the way up. And as you exhale, releasing the hands back down by your sides. Good. Take a resting breath. Find your Tadasana body. So remember, staying with the variations or any of the variations we've gone through already. If you find that a challenge, then just take it easy, stay with Cobra, or coming with me for a Surya Namaskar B. So taking an inhalation, we're going to get really low with the hips. Now draw your chest off those thigh bones and lift up. If the shoulders are tight, take the palms apart. Lift the hip points off the thigh bones, tailbone is long. One more breath, keep hollowing in the belly, gaze up. And as you exhale, press through to standing, strong in the legs and core as you come to a forward bow. Now inhaling, gazing forwards, opening up the chest. And as you exhale, bend the knees, optional to hop back to Chaturanga low plank or coming through the stages. Inhaling, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, belly in, or Cobra, and exhaling to a downward facing dog position. From here, turn the left heel in to the midline of your mat. So the left heel turns in, the right foot, we're going to step it between the hands. The right knee stacks above that right ankle. The right hip, we're drawing it back. Squeeze the hips to the midline, arms in line with the ears as you peel off the front thigh and keep drawing that left hip point forwards. Sink the right thigh more, belly in, pubis lifts, palms together, gaze up, looking up. And on the exhalation, let's take the hands to frame the front foot. Stepping back to a high plank, breathing in. Breathe out, chaturanga, low plank. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling to a downward facing dog, second side. Right heel turns in. So the right heel turns in this time. The left foot, we step it between the hands. Drawing that left hip back, right hip point, we're going to bring it forwards, peeling off the front thigh. Maintain the headlights of the pelvis, pointing straight forwards here. Bend the left knee more, gaze up, belly in, lift the pubis. Ground through the little toe side of that back foot, last breath. And as you exhale, let's take the hands to the floor. High plank transition as you breathe in, firm the belly. Exhaling, chaturanga, half press. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling to a downward facing dog. Now take a nice deep sigh here. So a nice deep breath in. Open the mouth and just let go of any struggle, of any tension. And just make sure you're catching up with your breath because that is quite a strong flow. So see if you can just regulate your breathing. Inhalation equal to exhalation. And then working through the micro adjustments of your downward facing dog. 2 more breaths. Belly in, gazing forwards. Bend the knees, either hopping to the front of your mat or stepping the left foot forward first. Lengthen out, inhale, and as you exhale, let's come to a forward bow. Inhaling, bend the knees, lifting off the thighs, Utkatasana chair. Lean the weight into those heels and then press through to standing, continued exhalation, Tadasana body. Let's take one more round, you're nearly there. Inhaling, lifting through. Exhaling, press through to standing, continued exhalation to take that forward bow. Inhaling to lift the chest off the thighs. Exhaling to a chaturanga or lowering down slowly. Through and up on the inhale into your back bend of choice and exhaling to a downward facing dog. Now we're turning the left heel in first, right foot steps between the hands. Draw the right hip point back, left hip point forwards. Lift the chest, take another deep breath in. And on your exhalation, release the hands down, framing the front foot. High plank, low plank chaturanga. Inhaling, lifting through upward facing dog and exhaling to a downward facing dog position. Now turn the right heel in so it's the left foot that steps through this time. Inhaling, peeling off the front thigh, right hip forwards, left hip back. Take another deep breath, pull the belly in, lift the pubis, and as you exhale, releasing the hands down. High plank, you're nearly there. Exhaling chaturanga, inhaling Urdhva Mukha, and exhaling Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a giant deep breath in and a giant sigh out through the mouth. And just steady that breathing. Notice, has the breath got choppy? I know mine has. Has it got short? Can you slow the breath down? Can you breathe into the back ribs and into the side ribs? Notice if you're trying to do your yoga with your face, can you relax the jaw and around the eyes? Hips high, heels descending into the earth. One more deep breath. Now we can either hop, step, or walk to the front of our mat, big toes together, lengthening through that chest as you breathe in, breathing out to a forward bow. On your next inhalation, bend the knees a lot. We're coming through Utkatasana chair. Exhaling, press through to standing, Continued exhalation to Tadasana body.